Alright, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's live stream. It is August 25th, 2025, and to begin today's live stream, I do want to take a look at the economic calendar here. So for today, we don't necessarily have anything too exciting, right? We have new home sales, and we have some FOMC members speaking here today. But nothing too exciting. And so let's begin with that. Let's move over to the technical analysis here. And to begin this analysis, I do want to mention that I am on the ES chart, as that is where I actually took a trade here. So I'm currently live in a trade. I'm gonna turn off the labels just so that I can kind of clearly show you guys what my idea here is. So I want to start off with the weekly time frame. And so let's take a look at this weekly candle here. Where this blue line is drawing your attention towards, I want to explain to you guys that this right here is the weekly candle, the previous weekly candle. With the way that we closed on that weekly candle, you can make the assumption that, okay, we should take out the weekly high. That's my weekly objective. I want to see us continue higher in prices in order to complete the weekly objective and possibly the 3-week objective. So let's take a look at the 3-week candle. That candle right here is a 3-week candle. And with the way that we closed on the 3-week candle, I can anticipate the same idea. I would anticipate that we should take out the 3-week high within the next 3 weeks in order to create new all-time highs, right? And so I have a higher time frame order flow. I have a general idea of what prices wants to do on the 3-week time frame. And so going from the 3-week time frame going to the weekly time frame, I noted that, okay, the weekly high is here. That's the weekly high. And the 3-week high. That 3-week high is different than the weekly high, but both of the time frames, the weekly and the 3-week, suggest the same idea. It suggests higher prices. And so my objective, my order flow, would be based off of the weekly, the 3-week candle closure. And could be based off of the weekly time frame. And the idea here is that we should expand towards the weekly high, complete the weekly objective, which is essentially me saying that we should take out the weekly high. After we take out the weekly high, we should continue to expand towards the 3-week high, as the 3-week candle and the weekly candle support the same order flow. My entry pattern here is, or actually, one thing that I do want to mention is that the daily high is the same high as the weekly high. And so that allows me to scope into the daily time frame and utilize the daily time frame as basically the weekly time frame. That's gonna be my model. And so from the daily time frame, I go on to the intraday time frames, such as, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, 6 hour, 10 hour, or 12 hour. And here, you notice that all of these, the 4 hour, 8 hours, 4 hour, 6 hour, 8 hour, and 10 hour, they all have a fair value gap within them that supports the idea for higher prices, right? And so once prices retraces back into the fair value gap, I'm anticipating for prices to treat the fair value gap as like a trampoline, where once prices jumps into it, it should continue in whatever direction it was continuing in already. That's basically what the objective is coming into today. I waited patiently for, the setup to come to me. There was no but yeah, so we have about 22 minutes, 21 minutes until the clock decides what is going to happen with the currency. And not with the currency, but with the ES, and if we do end up continuing to expand higher. But yeah. Hopefully that was able, I was able to kind of explain to you guys what's going on with the trade, right? Pretty simple approach. I had a higher time frame objective, a model, and an entry pattern. At the moment, there isn't any SMTs here between ES and NQ. I think I'm gonna just end the stream a little bit earlier today, guys. I am yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Just know that I am in a trade right now. I'll do a deeper, a lot better review with you guys later on, but yeah, just wait until the 4-hour candle closes and the 8-hour candle closes to give you a morning objective. But my daily objective coming into today is for us to take out previous day high right there. Previous day high is where that blue line is.